Hello everyone. So today's new topic is about solving two steps inequalities. In our previous lesson we studied how to solve one step. Now we have two steps included in it. Now how to solve an inequality? Follow the same rules and steps that we use to solve in an equation. Always remember to undo addition or subtraction. Undo means write the inverse of addition and subtraction first, and then you move on to the multiplication or division. We need to inverse multiplication and division as well. Remember, what is done on one side means on the left side, we have to do the same way on the other side, on the right side. And then our goal is to get the variable by itself. What is a variable? Any letter present in an equation. Now let us follow the first adding and subtracting inequalities. We have to add and subtract the same way like we are doing the equation. Here it says d minus 7 is less than negative 2. We have to make our d or variable alone. So let's find the inverse of negative 7 will be positive 7. In this way, we can cancel out negative 7 and positive 7. So we'll get d is less than 5. When we subtract 2 and 7, we get 5. Now let us place it on the number line. It says d is less than 5. That means 5 is not included, and it says less than, so the arrow moves towards the left side. Similarly, we have 9 plus a is greater than 11. Find the inverse of positive 9 will be negative 9 on both the sides. We get a is greater than 2. Let's plot it on the number line. It says greater than 2 but not included, and greater means on the right side. Similarly, we have 1 plus s is less than or equals to 5. Let us plot it. Now here it says s is less than or equals to 4. Equals to means 4 is included, and it says less than, so it moves towards the left side. The same way, now here we have the inequality given on the other side, so we need to shift it, and when we shift it we have to change the inequality sign as well. So it will become n less than or equals to 3, because we need to put the n on the left side. This step I would like you all girls to solve it. So it says less than or equals to, that means 3 is included and it will move towards the left side, because we need to switch the places. And when we are switching it, because we need the variable first, we need to flip the inequality sign as well. The same way, we need to put the inverse of positive 3. Plotted on the number line, it says b is less than or equals to negative 2. That means negative 2 is included, and less than, it will move towards the left side. Now comes the multiplying and dividing inequalities, the same way like how we did addition and subtraction. But one major exception is when we multiply or divide by a negative number, the inequality flips. For example, we have m divided by 14 is greater than negative 5. So we have a division given here. What is the opposite or inverse of division? Multiplication on both the sides. So in this way we can cross out 14, simplify it. We are left with m is greater than negative 5 times 14. If there is no sign in between the two numbers, that means it is a multiplication. So 5 times 14 will give you negative 7, because we have a negative integer. Similarly, we have multiplication given. Now there is no sign between 15 and 9. That means it is a multiplication sum. And what is the inverse of multiplication? Division on both the sides. So divide 15 on both the sides. We can simplify 15. Then simplify 450 with 15, we will get 30. Now we have division, but in the division we have a negative number. So let us multiply -2 on both the sides. And remember, when we are multiplying with negative numbers, we need to flip the sign. So we will flip it, and the answer is -2. Why we are flipping the inequality? Because we are multiplying it with negative numbers on both the sides. Now here we have two problems given, two steps. One is with multiplication, one is with addition. Which step are you going to solve first? With the addition one. So let's remove the addition by putting the inverse of addition will be -8. Whatever is left, bring it down with the same inequality and the answer. Now we have a multiplication. Let's solve the multiplication sum. Opposite of multiplication is a division on both the sides. So in this way we can simplify 2 and 2. We are left with h. H is less than or equals to, divide 16 with 2, we'll get 8. Now let us include the number line. It says h is less than or equals to 8. That means 8 is included. Now where is the 8? It will be in between 0 to 10. And it says less than, so it will move towards the left side. There is one special case. Sometimes you may have to reverse the direction of the inequality sign. That only happens when you multiply or divide both the sides with the negative number. Now here we have -3y plus 5 is less than 23. We have a multiplication and we have addition. Which will you solve first? The +5 by putting the -5 on both the sides. Now we have -3 multiply with y. So when we have a negative number, we are going to put the inverse as -3 on both the sides. We are going to divide. Remember, when we divide any number with a negative sign, we need to reverse the inequality or flip the inequality sign. Now let us graph it. It says y is less than -6. So that means -6 is not included, so we'll keep an open circle. And it says less than, so it moves towards the left side. Similarly, we have a division and a subtraction. So first we'll solve the subtraction. -6. The inverse of -6 will be +6 on both the sides. Then we have x divided by -2. Now when it's division, the inverse is multiplication. And we are going to multiply -2 on both the sides. Remember, when we multiply with a negative number, we need to inverse the inequality. Now here we'll just cross out -2 and -2. Leave the 1 here. We are left with x is, let's flip it because we multiplied with a negative number on both the sides. So the inequality is greater than -18. Let's graph the solution. The circle will be an open circle because it says -18 is not included. And -18 will be in between -15 and -20. And it says greater than, so it moves towards the right side. Now again we are going to do this. 2x plus 3 is greater than or equals to 7. Again we have, first we'll solve the addition. So to put the addition, let's put the inverse will be negative. Let's cross it out. Now we have multiplication. And what is the inverse of multiplication? Because we need to isolate the variable. We need to keep the variable alone. Divide 2 with both the sides. Now here, shall we flip the inequality sign? No, because we are not dividing any number with a negative sign. Graph the solution. It says x is greater than or equals to 2. That means 2 is included and 2 will be in between 0 to 5. It says greater than, so it moves towards the right side. Now we have a division with both the numbers up and down. We have a numerator and a denominator. Then the fraction is multiplied with x. Then we have positive 6 is less than negative 3. So let us first put the inverse of positive 6, which is negative 6, on both the sides. We'll cross it out. Now we have a fraction multiplied with x. So we have a fraction, keep the fraction aside. We have multiplication given. What is the inverse of multiplication? The inverse of multiplication will be division. And how are we going to divide the fraction? We are going to use the reciprocal. What is reciprocal? Remember, keep, change and flip. The flipping of the fraction is called the reciprocal. So 3 over 5 will change to 5 over 3, and we are going to multiply it on both the sides. So in this way we can simplify 5 and 5, 3 and 3. So we are left with only x. On the other side, we need to simplify it. So first multiply 9 with 5 is negative 45 divided by 3. The answer is negative 15. Let's graph it. It says x is less than 15. So it will be an open circle on 15. Less than means it will move towards the left side. Now here are some examples that you are going to solve it. Here again, see, we have given the fraction. So the inverse will be the reciprocal on both the sides. Reciprocal means we are going to use 3 over 2. The answers are given, but I want you all to solve it and then give me the answers. Now what to do when the variable is on the right side? We need to first solve it and then bring the variable on the left side. And when we bring the variable on the left side, we have to change the inequality sign. We already studied this in our first lesson. Thank you.